Good day, ladies and gentlemen, your gun doctor here. Biggest time to kill change, biggest weapon update ever in the Warzone right now. They promised to lower the TTK over the board, and they are really hardcore delivering. The following changes are our first major step towards increasing the average time to kill within Warzone. It's important to note that these weapon adjustments were not made in vacuum. When evaluating an individual change, some may seem quite drastic, but they were made holistically and in a way that support a lockstep increase in average TTK across multiple weapon categories. Total multipliers were a considerable focus on these changes, with how often they would add as flat damage increases, given how consistently that location could be hit. With reduction to these multipliers, we're placing a bigger emphasis on precision, a move which we'll feel is ultimately healthy for the game. Now let's go through all the changes and check out what did they actually do to the guns. I already have the numbers for half of them. The other half will follow over the days because I need to test them live, since sometimes these changes are really weirdly worded. Let's start with the AK-47 CODBR. Headshot multiplier decreased from 1.62 to 1.5 and upper torso multiplier decreased from 1.2 to 1, which means we're going down from 58 and 43 damage and from 51 and 38 to, in the first damage fall, 51 and 39 and 45 plus 34. That lowers the chest shots to kill, still gives you the 500 milliseconds TTK if you hit your headshots. So average, you did drop here 100 milliseconds time to kill on just chest shots by increasing the number by 1. Still, the gun is great if you do hit your headshots. If you don't hit your headshots, well, that's unfortunate. Gun really forgiving though, 2 headshots, 2 tummy shots, and then 2 chest shots. That's very good and forgiving over the board. So might be still a very, very good sniper support. Then we do have the second damage fall off, where you now can't achieve a 500 milliseconds time to kill anymore, because you would have to hit 6 headshots for that. Before it was 2 headshots, 4 body shots, 500 milliseconds. Now the tops you can achieve is 600 milliseconds. For that, you would need 2 headshots and 5 body shots, which also means that you have 5 times 34 plus 45 plus 45, you're at 260, which means still very forgiving. You can hit 2 headshots, and then you can hit 3 body shots, and then 1, for example. So this is really good for a long range beamer now and a short range beamer, but it's less time to kill by 100 milliseconds. The AK-47 Modern Warfare, we get the upper torso multiplier just decreased, which means that we're going from 42 and 38 each down, and we do add a shot to kill on the chest. So we're now down to 7, which also makes it then kill slower, which also then makes the ammo conversion version a little bit less amazing as it used to be. Still good to go. More detailed videos will also follow on every single gun. On the range, in the first damage drop off, that would mean now for the Modern Warfare AK that with 1 headshot, 2 headshots, and then what? 1, 2, 3, 4 body shots. So 2 headshots, 4 body shots, still 6 shots to kill. That's actually very good. 550 milliseconds, so 50 milliseconds slower than the CODBR one without the special ammo conversion. But it's minus 3 damage to the other damage fall offs, and that's really good because we can fit 3 damage here. We can fit 3 damage here a couple of times in, so it's actually realistically down here. So it's 2 headshots and then 4 shots wherever. It's actually really good for a sniper support, I would almost say. Then for the long range, that is definitely a higher. We're getting 1 more shot to kill now, so we're going up to 661 milliseconds. That's a huge nerf, and it definitely does make it drastically worse. I mean, it was bad long range anyways because of the recoil. Now I would not touch the AK-47 Modern Warfare long range in any way. I would top play the ammo conversion, then close quarter combat again, sniper support / SMG version. The C58 get completely shafted. Headshot multiplier down, upper chest, lower torso. Maximum damage was increased by 8%, which means nothing. And we're talking about 25% times 8, 25 meters times 8%. Up to 27 meters, and the recoil was increased. We had an insane time to kill. We could do a 5 shot to kill for 400, and we could do a 6 shot to kill for 542 milliseconds. Now, if we're looking at end, for that we had to hit 2 headshots, 2 body shots, and then 2 shots wherever. Now that looks quite different. So with the decrease of the headshot and everything, we're now down from a 5-shot potential down to kill to a 6-shot. We can't go lower than 6 because we only have to hit headshots for that, which is 542 milliseconds. That seems still good as a sniper support gun, especially because it's 2 headshots, 1 chest shots, and then 3 shots on the rest of the body. If you now go over then to the long range though, it's 2 headshots and 4 body shots, and that is it. As soon as you hit 1 single more shot, we're dropping time to kill significantly, which is still good. I mean, comparing this then to the time to kill of the new AKs, for example, you're still fine off. So you're going from 542 is still possible, but for that, you really need to hit 4 chest shots. That's more or less realistic in the 100 meters and below range, like 40, 50, 60. And then as soon as you go, the further away you go, you're not going to hit this insane time to kill anymore. You're going to be down by 1 shot at least, which is very interesting to see the difference, because for every chest shot we're missing, we're really getting more time to kill down. We're exactly at 252, and that is then 3 damage off here. So every shot we don't hit, I mean, the more headshots we hit, obviously, the better it is, the more forgiving it is. If you hit 3 headshots here, that's really good. Then you can hit 3 shots wherever because you get so much damage bonus. Therefore, more headshots, more precision, as they said, is needed to then dominate. The Amax changes were kind of weird feelingly, but they said it's a step-to-step-to-step business. So we have a 476 milliseconds time to kill with 2 headshots and 4 body shots currently. They nerfed the body shots again, and they buffed the headshots though, which is interesting because they want to make a gun more pinpoint precision. Now we can still get the 476 milliseconds, but you need to 2 headshots and then 4 body shots. That's actually good for like a sniper support Amax, for like an SMG Amax sniper support, probably more. On the long range now, though, you have 571 milliseconds, but for that, you would have to hit really the 2 headshots and 5 body shots. But interestingly enough, it seems like they made all body parts now hit the same on range, because before it used to be 35, 31, 31. Now it's 31 throughout the board, which is a 9-shot to kill on the body. And then with 48 plus 48, and then 31 once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. We're actually exactly at 251, which means that we have a 571 milliseconds time to kill, which then would make the Amax actually one of the better guns again to beam, because right now it's 2 headshots and then shots wherever. And that's extremely interesting, and I'm not sure if we do have the numbers right here, or if this is going to get nerfed further to decrease the time to kill, because obviously, in my opinion, we need now then here, like what, 28, 27 probably, something like this, so that it's just less forgiving. As soon as you hit like an arm or a leg shot, or even that you just get like a 30, I think 29 would already be enough. That wouldn't add more shots to kill by nature, but you're exactly at 251. So as soon as you hit a single of these, you get like 1 shot to kill more. So I think that's going to happen in the long run, but that's currently what we have here right now. Assault Rifle Bravo is the FAL, and the FAL get nerfed tremendously. Like, we used to do 100 headshot damage, 92 headshot damage, 58 to the chest, and now look at how they massacred our boy. 57 headshot damage. Now, you can forget about that gun. The gun was fun, and the gun used to be great, and with the high shot damage, you could do something that is, no, done. No, not even going to talk about it. Not even going to talk about numbers or anything. Done. Gun is deleted. If they made the gun no recoil, then we could talk about it. But with these changes, you can absolutely forget about this. No reason to ever touch this again. The FARA get nerfed, maximum damage decrease, recoil increase, so it's weaker now as it used to be. We'll be talking about that in detail in a FARA video, where it then shoot all the body parts into the whole moth. Same goes for the FFAR. The FFAR has the headshot multiplier decreased, maximum damage decreased, so everything kind of like here, and also gets the maximum damage range decreased, which was a nerf that I wanted to see for a long while, but it gets a better neck multiplier. The Assault Rifle Golf, which is the SCAR that just got recently buffed, has this chest shot damage reduced again. So we had 42 and 38, that was 6 and 7 shots time to kill, and now we're again to 7 and 8 shots time to kill, which bumps the time to kill in total up by 100. But it's still not that bad if we think about it, because 628 milliseconds, that's kind of fine. Because in the first damage valve, we still should be able with 56, and then like with 4 body shots, that's 4 times 38, plus 56, plus 38. That's not enough. So with 2 headshots, that would be 56 plus 56, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could still hit a 6-shot time to kill, and that is actually interesting because the tummy, arm, and leg shots are only 3 damage less, so it would actually be this for 524 milliseconds. That's really good. It ain't actually that bad. And then considering here, like on the TDK on the long range, obviously we get nerfed here, but we're also not that, like the SCAR looks way better than it actually ever did in comparison now to other rifles, because you have the 51 plus 51 plus then 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 272. Again, 4 less here per shot, which is still okay because 5 times 4 is 20. So we could hit like 2 and 3 here to still then have a 628 milliseconds time to kill. So 2 headshots and then shots wherever on the body, pinpoint precision SCAR beaming. Not that bad. I mean, it's really interesting. If you hit the 6-shot time to kill, you should be nice off to go. Again, precision is needed. The Grau is seemingly getting buffed. I'm not sure how this will play out. Probably we're going to be stronger. The Grosa nerf is weird because we get more maximum damage range, but the maximum damage gets decreased, but the headshot multiplier also gets decreased. I think the nerf is actually a buff, but it's nerf, especially because the recoil pattern is smooth too. So I do believe that the Grosa should come out of this very good because it was insane on the time to kill department. Now it's probably going to be balance on the time to kill department. It just comes down to how the shots to kill play out. I need to test this individually on the Grosa again. Krig 6 also getting slightly stronger. M13 slightly stronger. The assault rifle Charlie, I don't know if that gets stronger or weaker. We'll see about that individual testing. The Oden now seems to be like really no need to play it anymore. I always liked it, and it had like a good 5-shot to kill on the chest, so you could hit a 4 shots to kill, 5 shots on range. But now with the nerf, we increased that, and now we have a 726 milliseconds time to kill on range if we hit like the 222 here. But we need to hit 2 headshots for that, so the kind of like the super deletion of the Oden get nerfed, and I don't like that because the Oden didn't even nerf at all. I think the TDK was fine about that considering the insane recoil it has and everything. Close quarter up also lost like its deletion potential that it used to have that made the Oden as good as it was in any singular way. And the Oden was already not good. It was super niche. The QBZ is being tried to get buffed to make it less movement speed monster, a little bit more damage monster. That's definitely needed. The Ram 7 gets slightly less damage. XM4 gets adapted to ADS speed decreased slightly. That's good because it was way too fast ADS. And recoil increased slightly. I think that's good too because on control that thing was an absolute beamer. When it comes down to the light machine guns, they do actually get buffed, which is funny. The M60 slightly increases the headshot multiplier. The MG34 gets butchered all around the board, but considering that the MG34 actually had an insane time to kill, so they need to lower that. ADS speed decreased slightly is also good on the MG82, making a bit slower ADS to nerf then the time to kill. That's also a way to nerf the time to kill by just increasing the ADS. Obviously, if you run pre-ADS around the corner, that's that. Light machine gun Alpha gets slightly nerfed. And the SA87 also gets butchered. Upper torso multiplier minus. We had 7 shots to kill and 8 shots to kill. Now with the minus, we're still at 7 shots to kill in the close quarter. So that would be then a sniper support can still work. That didn't change that much. But then on the ranges, if you're looking at it, we're talking about the gun now having a 9-shot to kill. So you need 8 shots to down someone. Therefore, I would say on range, not an option. But as sniper support, the gun could still be a dominating factor, especially with the 48 meters effective damage range. That is not bad and is really a pinpoint precision beaming gun. The sniper rifle changed very interesting. So we have ADS animation updated. Going to be intriguing to see how that goes. And we have the base reticle with the ZRG 20mm. I'm really sad about that because I like the base reticle, but now we're having this. That's the base ZRG reticle, and I think for a lot of people that are shit with the chevrons, this is going to be better, but I really get used to the chevron right now, so this is actually going to throw me off. Obviously, the same thing is going to be applying, giving the people a stash, giving the people a Majin Buu sign, and then last but not least, giving them a tiny hat on it. But now, instead of aligning a tiny chevron, you'll be having to align an X to get that done. We're coming to the submachine guns. They also are looking very nerfed. The AK47 gets like the maximum damage decreased, minimum damage increased. It's always interesting. The headshot multiplier all in all goes down, but the chest multiplier goes up. So I think the AK-74 could finally maybe be in a place where it works. Alpha submachine gun Alpha gets some minimum damage plus, but headshot hugely minus. Same goes for the bullfrog. Maximum damage decrease, headshot multiplier decrease. So, but left upper arm, right upper arm, left upper leg. Oh, the multipliers for the upper arms and upper leg. Interesting. That's going to be intriguing to see how that buffs the bullfrog, because the bullfrog sometimes felt very weird, like you're super clapping or you're not. Now with this multiplier increase, total TDK nerf, then multiplier increase, it could finally feel good again. The KSP is chalked. Let's not talk about that. LC10 slight gets a headshot multiplier decrease. That's important. The gun needs to get nerfed. It was like way too beamy. The Mac 10 also goes down in minimum and maximum damage. The Milano got shafted. Maximum range decreased by 12%. So it used to be like the super LC10. And now if you're looking at this, across the board, that gun, it went really from being an absolute menace to nothing. So you don't have any cool headshot multiplier here anymore. It used to be like really something with 58, 417 milliseconds time to kill. You're now down to not even be able to reach a 6-shot to kill with any combination of headshots and chest shots. So you're down to 7 shots to kill, and on the range you're shafted too. The Milano get completely destroyed. If these values apply to what is then in real in the game, but rip Milano, goodbye. The submachine gun alpha also maximum damage decreased and minimum damage decreased. Nail gun the same. The nail gun used to be way too strong, so they definitely nerfed this tremendously to now adapt the nail gun more to the actual new time to kill. Submachine gun echo gets slightly increased and decreased at the same time. So maximum damage gets decreased, but minimum damage gets increased. So the minimum damage multiplier is a little bit better. The PPSH goes overall down, which is going to kind of ruin the gun for me because it used to be bad anyways. ISO gets a slight increase because the ISO is shit. Enemies needs to increase. The Delta 2, the Fennec goes a bit down, might still now be a dominating factor because the Fennec was absolutely a monster. Also, as we've seen, the ASVAL didn't get touched at all, so the ASVAL is a menace. Might be that everyone's running ASVAL again. And then the tactical rifles all get slightly decreased headshot multipliers, so they're not completely beaming like that anymore. Also, now it states that all the 4 times and greater magnification weapons do have glint. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? This is crazy. Like, the overall time to kill gets reduced tremendously. In the couple of the next weeks, I'm definitely going to be testing all these guns again, obviously, and all these guns here where I could now not do the values correctly, like the Grau with the minimum damage increase. We'll definitely test the Grau out now. How much more minimum damage does it actually deal? Because I really need to shoot the targets, because maximum minimum damage increase is like, what, 2 more damage minimum, and then you need to take every single multiplier, and yeah. You see how it is. It's kind of like confusing with these things. So they're better tested live, because before I do a number mistake there, the numbers on the other ones should be 100% accurate. How are we feeling? I'm pumped. I'm stoked. I'm fire right now. This is looking really good. Prediction right now, Grossa is going to be very fire, because even with the TDK reduction in total, the Grossa was a menacing factor in the close quarter combat. The Amax looks in a very good spot too. Also, the AK47 might have gotten nerfed, but you still have the best special ammo conversion. The special ammo conversion should be menacing too. We're going for the SMGs. It's really going to be interesting to see what surfaces out here end of the day after I depth everything. Also, from the ARs in the long range factory, can the ground now be played with a minimum damage increase? Because that means that all the multipliers get higher, maybe 1-2 shots less to kill, probably 1 shot less to kill. So we're going to drop with 1 shot less to kill on the Grau with the latest adaptation to something down of 740 milliseconds. Still not that good, but in comparison to where we were before, could be a possibility that we then talk about the gun being more viable again. Same goes kind of like for the M13. Now with a general higher of damage, the M13 used to be okay as a sniper support, but now with a higher, if we get 1 shot less to kill, but even if the time to kill stays exactly the same, it's going to be more on par with the new and updated values. Also, yes, the gun stats cheat is going to be completely updated over time. I'm going to keep the old one here right now up until I then have all the values updated on the right side, and then the right side values are going to replace the left side values. So we're going to have a little flippity-do happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blown away. This is fantastic. Season 4, I was like, I can do 3 videos with the newest things coming, but shit that, I can do 20 new, 30 new, 40. I have so many new videos to come. Every single gun needs to be retested, redone, reevaluated. If it's now sniper support, long range beamer, what is it going to be? I am super stoked and super excited for the future of Warzone, because this is speaking exactly for what I wanted to have, that when you run from building left to right and someone shoots you, that you do actually have a chance with movement to avoid getting killed instantly. And now with these nerfs, it's more that you can actually avoid getting instantly killed, that you can play better, and that you not get completely shredded. This is really nice. You're still going to get shredded, obviously, if you hit pinpoint precision, But the time to kill being about some guns 100 milliseconds lower, that makes a huge difference and gives you 100 milliseconds to react, act, and do different things, or just move from door to door, building to building, wall to wall, stone to stone. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to find your way back for more. Let's enjoy this patch to the max. A lot of video droppings in the next day covering all these data, facts, and stats. So we have this coming. Thanks for supporting so much. See you in the next video.